Alright, YouTube, I attended my grandfather's funeral earlier, so I'm not exactly in the greatest of moods. It's a sad event. Also, my right ear is a little bit fucked up at the moment, and I'm actually hearing a vibration in it when I speak. That's slightly annoying. I could think of better ways to spend my time than hearing a hum in my ear all the time. But at the same time, videos have to be made, so screw it. This one's about Clinton taking $1 million from the Qataris during the same period, by the way, that she was Secretary of State. She knew that they were giving money to ISIS, and she took their money, and as the icing on the cake, she never told the State Department. She didn't disclose the fact that this particular foreign donation had come in. Now, I wonder why she did that. Now, do you think for a moment, this should be addressed just to Clinton fans, do you think that people in Qatar and Saudi Arabia, where they behead gays and a woman who's raped, if she can't get enough witnesses on board, she gets, rocks thrown at her, do you honestly think that they care from a humanitarian perspective about the AIDS epidemic or about women's rights, reproductive health, and so forth? Do you honestly believe that? Or do you think that this donation was specifically hidden because it was part of a kickback scheme? Yeah, it's the latter. Now, it's pretty damning that she failed to disclose this. It was a gift to the Clinton Foundation. I know a lot of people would like to say, oh, but the Clinton Foundation, it provides AIDS drugs, and it helps women with, reproductive health or mammograms or whatever. Okay, that's fine, but at the same time, the money it's using to do this is helping to prop up. Number one, it's giving political favors to these regimes. And number two, it's directly helping to prop up regimes that in turn lead to less reproductive health for women as they kill women, as they kill gays. They don't spread gay rights. This isn't a humanitarian organization. At this point, it's quite clear that this is little more than a political scheme. The Clinton Foundation is a giant money siphon meant to divvy out political favors to people. That's the case in Ethiopia, Morocco, Qatar, Saudi Arabia. It's probably the case with every other nation that ever donated. It's foreign money that's interfering in our election. It's extremely concerning, and people need to understand that. The fact that $1 million was given, this is totally separate from the, I think, $5 million that the Qataris gave her over a period of time anyway, the money that was disclosed. Are we going to find an email now that shows exactly why this million was given? Oh yeah, we want Hillary Clinton to come and speak about how great Islam is or something. It's obvious she's a political whore. She's for sale. Anybody, I could get Hillary Clinton if I paid her enough money to support or oppose any policy that I wanted her to support or oppose. Anything. It wouldn't matter. I could tell her, hey, I'll give you 50 million big ones to the Clinton Foundation in exchange for one thing. Oh, what's that? Says Hillary Clinton as she rubs her hands together in a miserly fashion. Oh, I want you to say that gay marriage is evil. I want you to talk to this Christian donor group. Maybe they'll donate too. And you just have to say, oh, don't worry, in private I'm actually anti-abortion. We're going to try to limit it a little bit. And I guarantee she would do it because she doesn't have any principles. She never has. She doesn't care about these issues. If the Clinton Foundation is doing any good for anybody because of AIDS or reproductive health or whatever, it's by coincidence. It just happens that that's the so-called charitable work that they're doing, while the actual use of that money is primarily political in fashion. I'm tempted to believe that those who claim that it's only 10 or 5% of the money goes to charitable causes, and I mean legitimate charitable causes, not delineated out to secondary charitable groups where it's again siphoned away. I'm tempted to believe that they're right when they claim that the threshold is that low for how much is actually being given. That's a drop in the bucket, just compared to what she's getting from the Saudis and Qataris, honestly it seems. So this is a scam. It's a scam organization. I'm not surprised it's under investigation. She's taking money from the worst dictatorships on the face of the earth. I wouldn't be surprised if she'd take North Korea's money if they offered it. Why would she take $1 million from a regime which is as totalitarian as the Qataris are? A very rich state with a lot of oil and a lot of offshore banking activities, or money laundering, legal money laundering on an international level. A huge amount of money. They also fund ISIS. They fund Al-Qaeda. They fund every other Sunni militant group that's ever existed. They kill gay individuals. They kill atheists. They also will kill women if they're raped and they can't provide 4 male relatives to vouch for their honor and purity or something like that. This is the sort of money she takes, and she doesn't think that it's worth telling the State Department, despite having a signed ethics agreement with the State Department, that she would continue to function as, hey, you know, the Clinton Foundation is mine and I'll tell you when I get a foreign donation to make sure that you can clear it, and she didn't bother telling them. That's pretty bad. It's $1 million. That's nothing to shake a stick at, even if you're Hillary Clinton, even if you've supposedly embezzled several $billion from the Middle East over time and offshored it into slush funds that nobody can really fully trace, which is probably also true. Oh, also, just an aside, I'll do a more elaborate video on this later. Some of my critics, I saw it on 4chan last night as well as on some of my YouTube videos, they think that I'm defending John Podesta, of all people. It's very, very funny to see the CTR shills and the zealots sort of both make the same mistake. You think I'm defending John Podesta by claiming he's not like a devil worshipper? No, he's a scumfuck. He probably is a pervert. That doesn't mean he's practicing magic. And that was the fucking point of my last video. If you can't understand how the two can possibly be separate, then you're part of the problem. Just a very small mind that's incapable of, I guess, delineating that bad behavior sometimes is associated with Christians, Jews, and Muslims. No, it must be a secret devil-worshipping cabal. You sound like you're living in the 1980s. Give it a break. But, yeah, I'll make a video about that later. I gotta try to figure out what the fuck's wrong with my ear first, honestly, because I don't want to sit here and make a 20-minute rant video while I'm hearing myself in my own ear. It's too annoying for me, honestly. Also, I'm trying to get warm, you know, have some tea. It's going to be relaxing. Get some editing done, maybe, although probably not today. And as I said before, I've got a lot of work to do over a fairly short period of time. I'm trying to get as much done as I possibly can, especially in the next couple of days before voting happens, because the day of, November 8th, you think I'm doing anything else other than, hey, when I voted, now I'm doing my live stream? No, I'm not going to do anything else. There will be no editing, no writing, no cover design, no anything like that day. There won't be any other videos probably that day, unless there's some totally mind-numbing, late-breaking scandal. The only thing I'm going to cover that day is the election results. I'll have a pre-game show where for several hours I'll have a little placard made so I can hang it in front of the webcam so people know that I'm away, and I'll BRB at certain points. You know, I have to go take a piss or something. Other than that, I'll have the pre-show. Then when the results start coming in, I'll do analysis. I'll sit there and rant. I'll talk to people in the comments. Everything. It's going to be great. Going to hit 60,000 subscribers. I might not already be over it, honestly. I haven't checked yet. Probably hit 60,000 before the night of the voting. And again, for the last time, hopefully, I have to admonish this. If you're registered to vote and you haven't voted and you say, hey, Sticks, no, I'm not bothering to vote. I'm watching your live stream. I'm going to kick you off the live stream. Go vote. Even if you're voting against Trump. It just doesn't matter. Just go vote. Vote for Mickey Mouse if you want. Vote for Jesse Ventura. Just go vote. That's about all. Peace out.